Arizona is zeroing in on an accused serial killer set to stand trial here in Phoenix. He is charged with 2 notorious murders in the Phoenix Canal killings.
Tonight, investigative reporter Morgan Lowe is digging into the Arizona's family archive, talking with people who were there in 1992 when police discovered the first victim near the Arizona Canal.
The morning of November 9th, 1992, Phoenix police made a gruesome discovery on the side of a bike trail near Cactus and I-17.
There are multiple injuries which our homicide detectives do not want to discuss at this point.
It was Angela Brasso, a 22-year-old woman who had been reported missing the night before.
Well, the body is decapitated.
The killer left Angela's body at the scene, but her head and her bicycle were gone.
I mean, this was extraordinary in its horror, you know. Who would do a thing like this and do what he did to the body?
William Herman was a crime reporter assigned to the case for the Arizona Republic.
Just a few days later, a guy who hung around the canal, a neighborhood eccentric, and he was walking along and he looked up at one of those grates in the canal, and what did he see? He saw a head.
Police followed leads and developed theories. But it was as if the killer just vanished. Until 10 months later, when police discovered the body of a 17-year-old floating in the same canal. It was Melanie Bernas, who didn't come home the night before.
Both victims were young females. Both were stabbed in the upper torso. They were killed while on evening bike rides. The bicycles of both victims were taken. Neither bike has been recovered.
The bicycles are missing.
Trophies.
The killer takes something.
Takes something that he gets off looking at, a talisman, a thing that symbolizes it. You know, in the case of Angela, it was her head, for God's sake, as well as the bicycle.
Herman says the community was paralyzed with fear.
At that time, did you think police were going to solve this case?
Absolutely. They were absorbed in it. Yeah, I was sure they were going to solve it.
And then?
Nothing.
22 years would pass before police finally made an arrest.
Undercover Phoenix police detectives were able to obtain a DNA sample from the suspect just last week.
I need your full name and date of birth, please.
Bryan Patrick Miller.
Bryan Patrick Miller faces 2 counts of murder, among other charges. What led police to Miller is a story on its own, and you'll hear that part tomorrow on Arizona's Family News at 10.